Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, and I'm just going to do a little update on a game I did a video on last time actually, called Pathfinder Kingmaker. It's not a game I'm ongoingly playing or commenting on, but I've been playing it myself, and I just wanted to make a little update of things I've thought in the last couple of days since I made the last video. And one thing is, this is definitely a game, in fact this is the overall theme to this video, is it's a game where you need to understand the game, and that sounds really obvious because that's every game, but what I mean is once you understand all the things the game wants you to do and the things you can't do and the things you're going to make mistakes with and the things you can do to kind of circumvent things that will go wrong, you'll have a good time. But you'll need to kind of grasp some of the kind of idiosyncrasies of what the game does. For example, all the characters, doesn't matter which one it is, we'll pick up. All the characters have, as you can see at the bottom, all the characters have loads and loads of abilities. Some have more than others. You can add extra things, different potions, different bits. And once you've got a whole, well obviously you're going to have 6 people for most of the game on your missions, and you'll be taking different ones. I think I've got 9 different characters already now that I can take. You're not going to remember every single thing, and you can click on these things to see what they are. What's that? I don't remember what that is, so you can click on that to see what it is, but there's going to be so many, and to read all that and work out, do I want to do that, is that going to be beneficial? Sometimes you can't. I've been playing this game pretty regularly for the last week or so, and I still can't grasp which things are going to be useful against which things sometimes. So this is that. Also, it's a game where you'll need to work out, you can not only save often, I'm telling you, save often, because you'll not just get killed, but you'll do things or run into things that you'll wish you hadn't done in that order. There's missions where you'll think, I didn't like that outcome, I'd rather have done that a bit later, where I was a bit stronger, or where I was a bit more sure of what I wanted to do with the conclusions or the options. And of course, there's times you'll die. Like, characters can get kind of injured, and they can get kind of disfigured in things that happen. I won't go into all the details, but so you'll need to know you can save. You'll need to know that it's quite okay to, or you can change the difficulty during any point of the game and just change it back, and you'll need to do that probably if you're me or like me. And there's lots of little idiosyncrasies, these things where you go camping. We just kill this goblin because he's just standing there wanting to die, and let's oblige him. It's quite fun, that bit, when some of the abilities are quite fun. But yeah, when you go camping, not camping, but when you've got a camp to rest your party, your group, it's a bit fiddly, and I think what you're meant to do is press a X button that doesn't show up, or it's a glitch. At least it's a glitch on my playthrough, and you have to just kind of move your arrow around a little bit and keep pressing X until you get the right point. And the first time I was doing this, or for a while, I was quite frustrated, because I thought there was quite a few times I needed to actually rest, and I couldn't because the game wouldn't let me. And it's only after fiddling about and realising there's some places you can't rest, because even if there's not an enemy near it thinks there is, or there's an enemy somewhere in the area and you can't rest because you can't rest when there's enemies close by. Sometimes you can't rest because you can't quite find the right clip place. Some places there's not room. But once you work out all these things, if there's not room, then just go back to a place, the last place you went when there is room, etc, etc. If you can't rest where there's enemies present, then go back. Enemies don't respawn, to what I found so far in this game. So if you are in a enclosed area and you're losing a lot of health, and you've gone through some of the dungeons, or what's akin to dungeons, are very big, and you'll have to fight lots and lots of enemies. And if you go through one of those kind of areas and you're being killed a lot, you'll get to a point where you've got to fight what counts as the main boss or bosses, and you won't have enough potions or health, and you can just go out of the whole dungeon and rest and go back in, and it'll all be the same, everyone will be dead. So that's a good thing about this game. Enemies don't respawn. I can't think of a game offhand, but these games where I've played where if you leave the area and come back, everyone's respawned and you've got to fight them all again, but that's not like this. So it's a game where you will need to kind of work out what happens. Once you get a kind of the gist of, I can't find this other goblin, it's really annoying me. Once you kind of get the gist of what you're meant to do and how to do it, it's a fun game, but it will become more fun once you get a handle on the little idiosyncrasies of the game. And it's a game that's really fun. I think the characters in this are really good. Like I said, I've got 9 so far, and they're all different. As with any game that I say is good, what's good about them is there's some that I find a bit annoying, there's some that I like a lot, some I find intriguing, but that's good, because that's what characters should be. If all the characters were fantastic and lovely and you think they're all great, that would kind of be pointless, because, you know, that's not life. So, can't find this goblin artist. Oh, he's over there. But yeah, so that would be pointless. So it's good because every character has their own character, and you do feel annoyed. You feel annoyed by some are a bit boring, but that's not because everyone would find them boring. It's just I find some of them boring because of the kind of character they are. Some are intriguing, some are cute, some are funny, some are nice, and I think that's great. So it's a game that you will really, if you like this kind of game, you will really enjoy. And like I said in the last video, and I'll just emphasise that, having done it a bit more, it's a game to just push on with. It's not a game to give up with. There's loads of ways to get around anything that goes wrong, including saving and including going back into areas where you've run out of health. And it's just a game to persevere with until the point that you've kind of come to terms with the fact that you can just go back to the last save. If you've gone through quite a bit of the story since, you can go back to a save. If you don't like the way it's panned out, you've made different decisions with characters that you didn't like, there's lots of different things you can do, and that's just one of the things. Or you can drop the difficulty down, you can, so like I said, it's a game to persevere with, keep working out how you need to do things, and once you get hang on what you're meant to do and how you can do it. You know, this guy was annoying considering you just died straight away. I'm not even going to bother looting him. I won't dirty my hands on looting him. But yeah, I don't want any of that rubbish. Once you've worked out what you can do to make the game more fun for you, which is what it's all about, isn't it, in any game, then it'll be good. It's a good game. If you like this kind of game, you'll enjoy it, and I advise you to stick with it until you get to that point, because it's, like I said, I'm not the most bright person in how to play games or how to get around games, and you know, I've done it in a few days. I've worked out most of the way to get around it. It doesn't mean I understand the whole game, it doesn't mean I understand all the systems, it doesn't mean I understand all my character's abilities, but it does mean that I can have a good time with what I've learnt so far, and I'm still learning, and I'm sure this is the sort of game where I'll always be learning. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like I said, this was just a little update. I don't intend to do another video specifically, certainly not next, but again, you know, the further on I get into the game, I may find something else I want to comment on. But in the meantime, from Guessagaingaming, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.